the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features Tank Dell. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Wizards and the Browns on Monday Night Prime Time.
We are within shouting distance of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football on the lakeside here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Tonight we finish on week 4 with a good Monday night matchup as the Wizards of Louisville taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors, Louisville, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
Bookman Lewis, welcome back to Chili Gentlemen. Thank you so much for stopping by. Here we are at an episode of the Louisville Wizards Cupcake Relocation franchise right here on Madden 24. If you missed any of the episodes, they are available on the channel in a playlist.
And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
D'Angelo Morgan in there for the injured.
2nd and 10.
In there for the injured.
For the Browns, they were terrific a week ago to win over
Derrick Henry has been doing a great job out of the backfield.
Their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they
Gain of only a couple there by Barwin.
but didn't go good lapses that they're looking to correct.
It's just a game of a couple there on the scramble. And it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Working the middle of the
Great job, great catch by Webster.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
Give it again to Morgan.
Right side.
Great block on the outside.
Get him down after a pickup of 8 on 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
D'Angelo Morgan runs for the first down and more.
Down to the 49. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down.
And Barwin tried, he didn't see anybody open, so he tried to run it and he got caught. Garrett was there to bring him down.
5th sack of the season. To be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage.
D'Angelo Morgan again out of the backfield. What a catch by Morgan.
And a defensive player of the year of the other. And they just
Let's take a look at the replay here if we may. Are we going to show the replay or what? Yes, we are. Look at this. Barwin rolls, he throws. And look at that catch by D'Angelo Morgan. No separation from the defender there.
linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll set up a throw.
Morgan again with the great catch.
Taken down at the 2-yard line.
D'Angelo Morgan is a star, folks. An absolute star. And Morgan's in for the score.
Touchdown on the year. And the Wizards put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Kick is up. Fairbairn, it is good. Negotiations on Fairbairn. Get a little bit of time to think to a 2-year deal worth about $2.5 million with no signing bonus. Said he's going to think about it. A few others on the team as well thinking about it. So this team may be a little bit different coming into the next season.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there? Yeah. 2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Back to pass. He caught his man. What a catch. Daniel Davis, the man that came up with it. And here we go. An all-out blitz coming in. Here comes the blitz. The throw. It's incomplete. Caught the football. And we're coming down to the closing seconds now. 5 seconds. And that is going to be it for the first quarter. The Wizards up 7-0.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Incomplete again. Burr. 2 of 4 today.
Third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there. And
Burr back to pass. The throw is going to be short of the first down. 3rd and 2. Burr in trouble. Burr incomplete. Great job by the defense to get in there. Matthews was the man that broke that one up. So the Wizards defense do their job there and stifle any long drive for the Browns.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Intercepted. That was a mistake throw right there. That was a mistake throw by Barwin. He tried to rifle it in there, and that was not good. That is Barwin's fault, and I'm sure he's going to get an earful when he goes back on the sidelines there from Coach Simpson. That was not a good throw.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and they'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock.
Burr back to pass. Burr looking on the side. He catches his man.
He's going to swing this one out to his running back.
A mistake throw has got the Browns clicking now that they have an opportunity to get the ball back here. This is what they're doing here. They're lighting them up. Chubb.
Chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to pass. Now Chubb looking. He's in trouble. He's going to go down, and a huge sack there.
How about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home. Big Mike. Big Mike.
And down again goes Burr. McDaniels gets in there, and that's the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So first and
here we go now.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And Barwin goes down in a huff, a loss of 4 yards.
They get to the line. Second and 14. Eluding the pressure right.
Incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage and make it around quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Incomplete, intended for Webster.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the sort of flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable.
And they're going for it.
Target, and
The Wizards are going for it here.
but he didn't on that play.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Great catch by Deion Webster. First down. 4 for 7, 93 yards in that pick
Across midfield.
for Emmett Barwin. And they allow the first down to the Browns.
And the drive keeps going. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Incomplete.
That's it around and falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes
41 seconds left.
a bigger shot. Went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
D'Angelo Morgan.
That's Morgan. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 18. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Back in the end zone there. Tank Dell incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem there's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. That was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason.
Morgan's in there for the touchdown.
Great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Wizards will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Kick is up by Fairbairn. It is good, and the Wizards extend their lead before the half.
So that drive in total 8 plays.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. On it. Now Ellington lost the football. It's out. One of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have
So the Browns have the football now.
making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery.
And here we go.
Sound out the alarm.
Taking the
Balls on the ground. You
Gain of 8.
They'll use the first of their 3 timeouts. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Now here's
So the Browns will take their final timeout here. And you think that this right here would be a Hail Mary, some kind of a prayer thrown up here by Burr. And he goes out of bounds with 3 seconds left on the clock. Mayer was the man that came up with it. And here comes the field goal attempt to try to get on the board here.
To see about getting 3 points. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick is right there.
52 yards, and it's good.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Ready for the second half.
There's the kick. Perfect. It's going to be a touchback.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure they're friends from the defense.
And there you have it. Nick Chubbs is injured on the play.
Those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around.
And Nick Chubbs is going to go back to the back for some X-ray.
In the first half, opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here
So a new running back in, new halfback.
and maybe open things up for a comeback.
That was a wide open shot there. And it's a fumble. Recovered by the Browns. Ellington was there.
Is not thrown, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up.
The Browns take
Almost
over
like,
first
it's
and
almost
10.
like baseball.
First and 10, Cleveland.
People on base and scoring
Back to
position.
pass. The throw is caught.
The next guy comes to him and picks him up. Avoids the turnover.
Burr 9 of 12, 90 yards. That's all he had.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Scott.
Oh, it's Scott. It's got an opening path. Scott breaks the tackle. What a run for Scott.
Chance to finish now on first and goal.
Scott going to walk it in. No, he got stifled.
They'll get 2 out of that run. It's going to bring up a second and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
Hands it off. Scott walks it in. Terrence Scott walked it in there. And now they're going to go for 2.
And the Browns have got it back to within a score.
Hands it off again. And he is stifled. He has stopped him in his tracks on the 2-point conversion.
Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
And here's Dante Farley back deep. Farley going to take it here.
Touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure,
First down for D'Angelo Morgan.
game,
He was
they
brought
know
down
this
by
is where you
David
need to
Ward.
slow the momentum change because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Tank Dell gets involved. First catch of the game for Tank Dell.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Looking for Farley. He caught. No, incomplete. He dropped it.
He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This is certainly It's a good game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Incomplete, batted down, intended for D'Angelo Morgan. Takedown! Nobody stopping him, and he is short of the goal line.
But they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Morgan got stifled there.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. Countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Morgan's in for the score. Touchdown, Wizards.
A great effort there with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Wizards will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center.
That kick is no good by Fairbairn.
Because it was jab.
He missed that one.
The haymaker to put that drive away.
Naimi Fairbairn is set to kick off.
So
And
with
Fairbairn's
miscues
kick.
in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
Oh, he
Not many teams
shed the tackle there. He shed the... That's a first down. Burr
Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up
gets his man there.
first down. This
Caught.
short pass into the hands of Njoku.
Complete to David
Down, it's a gain of 6.
And that is ends as the fourth quarter begins here.
As we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth.
Here we go. Back to pass. Burr catches his man. He is wide open. First down. Browns.
That's a first down. Down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense,
Back to pass. The throw is caught, and he goes down immediately.
each time you
No gain there, right at the original line of scrimmage.
And it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to pass. Caught his man. No, he's still on his feet. David Njoku.
That's about all as he's taken down.
David Njoku.
3rd and 6. Back to pass. The blitz is on. Incomplete. He missed it.
But he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And the Browns are going to have to go for it here, and they're going to do it.
He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And he caught it. What a catch. What a catch.
And now first and 10 at the 30.
Back to pass. Looking. Burr in trouble. Burr goes down.
They get to it back at the 40. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd
Here's a play
and
fake
20.
as they set up.
Burr in trouble again. Burr. He caught it. What a catch.
Inside the 10.
What a catch.
Gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Burr in trouble. Burr. He complete.
But this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an out boy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here now, second and goal. They'll look
Burr back to pass. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns are not done yet. The Browns are not done yet. They've come back. And he's going to get it. No, he got stifled. The Browns are back within 5. But will they go for the onside kick? That is the question. No, they're not going to go for the onside kick. They're going to go for the regular kick here. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. Here comes Barwin in. Morgan got drilled. He only got a gain of a yard there. Hightower, the man that got in there. Second down and 9 now. And that's the 2-minute warning. Couple of first downs and this game is over. But man, what a game we have seen here.
You throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll look to throw here.
Incomplete, nearly picked off. Newsom, the second, was there. And they're going to go for it on 4th and 5. This may be a mistake here, but they're going to go for it. Oh, there was a mistake! Good gosh! That was a huge mistake! Why did they go for it? Why did they go for it? Huge mistake here. That was a big mistake by Louisville. Made a big mistake here by going for it. They snuffed that out. The Browns defense snuffed that out. Burr back to pass. Burr, touchdown with the $1:20 left. And they're going to go for 2 here. Incomplete on the extra 2-point conversion.
Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the
Dante Farley. Farley's got the open road. Farley, what a run back. That was a mistake. But man, oh man, oh man, this is going to be a wild finish, folks. Stick around for it.
1:16 remaining. And they need at least 30 yards. You have to think here to move the football to have a shot. He'll look to throw.
Incomplete.
But it's incomplete. Try to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away there.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Incomplete again. Morgan, the intended receiver. Deion Webster trucking, stiff arming, doing whatever he has to do there on the timeout called by the Browns.
Just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10.
I formation. Barwin hands it off to Morgan. Morgan gets stifled, a loss of 2.
Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout.
Browns with no timeouts remaining here.
We take a break. Gonna throw deep for the end zone.
Incomplete, batted down. Lacey was there.
defensively level. It's 3rd and long.
D'Angelo Morgan, touchdown, Louisville!
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
My goodness gracious!
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles.
D'Angelo Morgan, I said it before at the beginning of the episode, I'll say it again. D'Angelo Morgan is a star, folks.
And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix,
D'Angelo Morgan is a star, folks. The future of this Louisville franchise, my goodness gracious. What a touchdown.
Once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They're going to try and run.
Oh no, mistake, 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 mistake.
So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
Set to kick off.
Fairbairn's kick is gonna go here.
Take it away.
And you would think that the Browns would be throwing the ball on this drive. And they're going to take over on their own 30-yard line. Burr has an opportunity here. A field goal will not win it. They have to get into the end zone.
Here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up.
He caught it.
last time on the field.
The Browns with no timeouts, so they'll have to go with the hurry-up offense here. 22 seconds now. 20 seconds. We're down.
specific outcomes in mind.
Burr in trouble. Burr goes down to the hop. And that's the end of the game. The Wizards with the thriller at the end. D'Angelo Morgan is the star. What a game.
They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffer the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Louisville, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying so long, everybody.
So there you have it, folks. What a game for the Wizards. What a win for the Wizards, I should say. What a game, what a win. Like I said, man, that was just absolutely a nail-biter. Going for it on 4th down and then allowing the touchdown for Cleveland to get back into the game. My goodness, folks. Unbelievable. One injury to report of. It looks like Suggs is out. And Ellis is out with a fractured foot. We won't check in with the halfback. Won't check in with the halfback. Or should we check in with the halfback? Let's check in. Barwin, it feels like we're starting to come together offensively. It's just scary to think we get a couple more. Your stand. And there we go. Good vibes, folks. Good vibes. So in the next episode, folks, the next episode, we do have players to negotiate. In the next episode, the Browns will take on the Colts at home. If you're new, scratch the claw marks on the bottom right equal screen over the Wolfpack fam today. Sniff and bind the bell icon, become part of the vacation squad. Do not forget to put a like to the video. It's much appreciated. Oh, we stay hungry. We like the wolf. I am out.